Scrapbooking.com magazine is proud to bring you the following card-making article from our August 2010 issue, Coordinating Cards and Layouts, by author and artist Pam Hornschu. As I was wishing and hoping that I would be picked for the Dreamweaver Stencils team, I borrowed a box of their products from a friend and went to work, more like play, creating samples to send to them. One of these samples was a very simple card using the sand dollar stencil. I ran it through my Big Shot with plain white cardstock and loved the depth of detail so much that I decided to leave it alone. No color, no glitter, just the simple beauty of a gift from the sea. I did add a subtle background to the sentiment panel by inking the surface of the stencil, spritzing it with rubbing alcohol, then pressing cardstock to the surface, leaving a reversed watery image. I used one of my favorite simple messages from Stampendous, which provides a greeting card for many occasions. As long as I was already in beach mode, I decided to show them how versatile I could be and add a scrapbook page as well. My son and a girl he was dating at the time had taken a trip to Pismo and San Luis Obispo up California Highway 101. They had come back with a plethora of great pictures, so I chose a few of their cutesy romantic shots and played up the sand aspect of the photos by stenciling various shells onto sand-colored cardstock, using shades of brown inks. I also stenciled the water area using the petal background stencil that I had previously on the sand dollar card. This time, I inked various watery colors through the stencils on Aqua Coordinations cardstock and tore along the edge to achieve the foamy edge of the waves lapping on the shore. I really wanted the stencils to be the focus for this page, so I left off all the added embellishments and just tied knots in some twine and adhered it in such a way to draw the eye from photo to photo. To find the products mentioned in this article and shown in these layouts, check with your local scrapbook retailer. Browse our premier retail stores for coupons to a store near you. Everyone wishes they could work and get paid for doing what they love. I am no different. I fell in love with paper crafting about 17 years ago. My introduction to this art form came from my son's kindergarten teacher. She had a huge basket of rubber stamps and various inks for use in her classroom. And at home, she was busy stamping cards and tags for friends and family. She loaned me some supplies to play with, and I fell in love. I love art, always have, and have had years of art classes in one form or another. My mother majored in art. Both of my sons are artistic, one professionally, so I guess it is in the blood. However, I was never great at drawing. I could paint, sculpt, etc., but drawing, not so much. Stamping was perfect. Here was a way to put my creative stamp, pun intended, on an art drawn by someone else. Fortunately, my husband humored me in my new passion, and I brought everything necessary and unnecessary to my new hobby. I took a working job at a craft store in Yorba Linda, California, the Tall Mouse, and had the opportunity to share my passion with others as I managed the paper crafting portion of the store. Some of my in-store samples were noticed by the owner of the Stampendous and her art director, and I was asked if I would be interested in a possible position as sample artist. Well, duh! I jumped right in and worked for them in this capacity for 6 years before a move required that I quit the in-house position. I then switched to working freelance for them, and then recently as part of their new design team. In June 2010, I had the added thrill of being added to Dreamweaver Stencils' new dream team. So I get to play with more toys and occasionally mix them both. Thanks for listening. For more creative inspiration, be sure to check out all the great articles and projects in this issue at www.scrapbooking.com.